Hello guys, here's another game where I play against il-piu-scarso2. I'm playing against him pretty often and he's a very good player in my opinion. And this time we're playing nearly the same team. So he's playing Anna Tommy, Katar, 2 Coas and Djaul. This is like a setup that many players play with Katar. And I said that I would also play, I think, 2 Coas if I had them. But I'm not sure about the Djaul in this composition because he's last in turn and he can't do much damage in this team, but I kind of like focusing one person with all my Krosmasters, and then he would only deal 1 damage maximum if he's later on. So let's see. This will be my basic setup on this map most of the time. Even if I play last, I choose this setup because it's also quite flexible. If I'm second in turn, I put my Ferris here. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it would have probably been better to put him here. So let's see how this turns out. So he's having a completely different setup. He's setting up over here on this side with Katar Anna Tommy. The general strategy in this matchup would be, if possible, maybe try to not attack Katar, if possible. It would be way easier to kill Anna Tommy or Coa because Katar is very hard to kill with his abilities, and especially if he starts like that. If he starts with one, with one of these things and one more, then he has 17 life. And 17 life with 3 damage life drain every turn is pretty hard to kill. So let's see how the game will turn out. So he has a pretty defensive positioning with his Katar, but his Coa is pretty is in range, so maybe I should try and attack her. I don't know. Let's see. One problem is that with the setup I cannot really swap Katar with Anna Tommy, so that because I can swap them over here at the bottom, but that doesn't make any sense. So if I walk over here, the tree is always in the way for me for swapping. So that's a big deal. I choose to take double. I think you can choose to not take it. It really depends how you like it. And because I know he's a very good player, I am more likely to take the doubles. If I play against worse players, then I less likely take the doubles because I try to play a longer game normally then. Because then my opponent can make more mistakes. And here I'm thinking where I can move my own Anna Tommy over here, but he can move here, swap with Coa and then swap with Katar, and then he can pull my Anna Tommy from here easily. And then he could even, if I move her here and he pulls her 3 spaces, he can also attack with Coa Gulary, I think. No, not really, but still he can pull my Anna Tommy, and Anna Tommy is pretty important in this matchup, and she dies way too easily, so I cannot afford to sacrifice her. So I'm doing the same thing. I drain my offspring and then gain some life. So, and then I position over here because here he cannot really attack me with his good spells. So He could use his range spell on me, but his range spell is not that, let's say, it's not very good. Especially because it costs 7 AP, and he does 3 damage, or maybe 4, and loses 1. Instead he could like make 2 offsprings or something, or make 1 offspring and drain 1 offspring or something, and gain way more life, 4 life. So let's see what he will do. So he's also thinking. He's also he's like me. He's thinking very much about his turn while he's choosing the dices, because then afterwards you don't have that much time. So most of the time I think as long as possible while if I'm not sure what I want to do in this turn. So it's generally a good idea. I'm not sure what I would do in his spot, so it's pretty hard. He can try to use the range spell on my Katar. He could also stay defensive and just, I don't know, make some offsprings, maybe drain 1 offspring. So he's walking free. He's buying the Yob style, which is pretty interesting. Can do pretty high amount of damage. If he uses his melee attack twice, for example, or if he gets a weapon. Weapons are very good on Katar anyway, so. And he's swapping, so he will probably use the range spell from over here now, and then move maybe over here. I think would be the best spot afterwards. He's attacking my Moloch, so he's going more offensively and try to kill my Moloch. Again thinking for a long time. I'm not sure if it's correct to set up the core pretty defensively. He probably thought I could easily kill her, so he avoided that. Now what I'm thinking here is now his Katar is pretty near to me, so but I need to walk 4 spaces if I want to use the melee spells on him. But because I have Anatomy, and he's also bought the free AP Tofu, this is pretty good because now he cannot buy the 8 health item. So I decide here to swap Anatomy from here to with Katar, and then Katar can walk here between the tree and Katar and attack him. And he can also buy something before it, so maybe the armor item and the +1 AP item. I think this is pretty fine. Not sure what was in the shop, so we will see. Yeah, the armor item is pretty good. And I will also buy this one because I don't want him to have that. So. And I'm also thinking my turn through, so who wants to buy and who collects the karmas where and who attacks where. So I think I will collect this 2 karma and swap from here. I hope so. I can buy from here, yeah, this is already pretty good. And because I have the Raziel sword, it's pretty good that I can get close to him from over here. If I activate this one, I can also collect the karma. Because I have 9 AP and I can use the melee spell plus 2 attacks, so I can collect the karma. I think I will do that, yeah, sure. And then I will attack him 3 times, which is pretty high damage, so especially with critical. And he also bought the free AP item, which doesn't give him health anyway, so I think it's a good idea to take the chance and hit him for high damage output. Because there was no one else I could hit anyway, so. As you can see here, the Djaul is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a useless Krosmaster in this example, for example, because he's just walking around, he can't take any damage really. Maybe the Coa can attack him and then he can attack the Coa, but yeah, that's not, in my opinion, it's not that amazing, so. I just the recall potion, I bought it just that such that he cannot buy it, and the other things I also bought that he cannot buy them. So because he can get 3 karmas, I don't want him to get more life. So yeah, and here I decide to go back here. Not sure why I decided to go back and maybe not move over here. Yeah, I think it's fine to stay over here also. I think maybe it's even better if he gets blocked or something. I can attack him with my Ferris easily, so. Otherwise I have to use my Anna Tommy swap to get him in range, so probably standing on the shop would have been better, so. So let's see how he wants to get out of this mess. With his free AP item, it's not worth very much right now because, yeah, he only can get 2 or 3 health and he has no karmas left. I think it would have probably been a better idea to save the karmas first and then decide if I go very aggressively, you can buy the 8 HP item or maybe something else. But now he doesn't have many choices, so. Now he's swapping Katar away from me. Now he wants to hit me with everybody, I think. But I have armor and 20 health, so that's not such a big deal. That's why I also bought the armor item. I think the Raziel sword is the main item, which is quite insane on Katar, so it's very important because it increases his damage output easily by 3 damage every turn if he uses his 8 AP. It's pretty high. I like nearly all weapons on Katar except the fire stuff, the one for 5 AP, because 5 AP is, you cannot not. Yeah, I think the shovel is nearly the same than the stuff, so I think this one's quite fine also, because the second spell most of the time does only 1 damage. Because 10 wounds is not as likely if you start with 2 offsprings. You need 10 health or less. Yeah. Oh yeah, now he's even paying 1 life. This is pretty. This is pretty much way too much, in my opinion. And I also can heal myself. I can do 1 extra damage. So. And he's also positioned very aggressively, so I can attack him with Anna Tommy twice even. So. Is he really expecting his Katar not to die? And that's, I don't know. In my opinion, it's quite a high risk. So, can walk free, swap him 2 times, then I can attack him with my sword. This would be 8, 9, 10 base damage. And he doesn't have armor, I think. And I can even attack with Molo, I think. Yeah, I can attack with Molo. Because no one will be over here. I probably should swap the Coa over here, because the Coa does more damage than 2 attacks of Anna Tommy. So not sure what I will do here. I think swapping the Coa would be the best idea, but I decide to attack. So I think this is some quite a minor mistake here, because the Coa damage is just higher. One difference is that I need to. No, I can swap Coa over here, and then I need to dodge someone. So otherwise, Molo cannot attack the. But even then, it's 1 damage more, and yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I can even buy the blue buffs, such that I do even more damage, because I can now use the weapon with 2 damage, and now he concedes because he cannot survive anymore. So I hope you enjoyed the game. If you like my videos, you can always click the like button at the bottom, or subscribe in the top part. And another thing I wanted to say is that a quite known German player who was second at the World Championship started streaming now. You can find him at Nikolai Vera, it's his name, and if you click on the video on the channels I subscribed, it should be the top 1. So if you cannot find it, so bye and thanks.